Dubai is one of the most popular and luxurious destinations in the whole world. Home to the world's tallest buildings, it's left its barren and primitive past behind in the 20th century. But what if I were to say that Dubai's lavish living is just New York City on steroids? New York City is the birthplace of modern skyscrapers, boasting two of the most famous buildings of the era, the Empire State Building and the Chrysler Building. These structures represent the human desire to advance and grow. Every building that makes up the New York City skyline tells a story of the American dream, of growth, endurance, and success over the last few decades. Over the years, Dubai has taken a page from NYC's style of skyscraper construction, turning it into a race to the sky, the epitome of luxury. The Burj Khalifa, standing at 829 meters, is not just a typical building, it's a statement. It's as if Dubai saw the Empire State Building and said to itself, "We can build this and we can build it better." Today, the tallest building in the world glistens under the Arabian sun. It certainly is taller than the Empire State Building, but whether or not it's better is a matter of opinion. While New York City's skyline reveals the story of how a city develops, with each building adding to its uniqueness, Dubai's skyline looks more like a series of disconnected, sight-worthy events. It is grand and stunning, but can it be compared to the rich and profound history behind New York City's buildings? Unlike many other cities where there is an attempt to create an integrated story of urban development, Dubai seeks to impress with individual stars. Luxury in New York is woven into the city's fabric, blending seamlessly with its history. Think of the Waldorf Astoria on Fifth Avenue, or the glamour of a Broadway show. NYC's luxury is subtle, a touch of old-world charm and traditional sophistication. It doesn't come from flashy metallic cars or over-the-top jewelry, but from the ability to get things done, the ability to be glamorous and successful. While other countries have embraced luxury more subtly, Dubai seems to have received the memo and immediately decided to go all in on development. In Dubai, luxury is not just about comfort, though that plays a part. It's about visibility and showing off your wealth, ideally in gold. The Burj Al Arab is a perfect example. It's not just a regular hotel, and the people staying there don't need to declare their wealth. The mere act of living there does so in the loudest manner possible. The city is not only striving to match New York City, but to overshadow it at any cost. Good luck with that goal. To New Yorkers, luxury is synonymous with culture, dining at an 18th century restaurant, attending a Broadway show, or visiting a museum. In Dubai, however, luxury takes a different form. While NYC's luxury is inextricably tied to art and culture, in Dubai, well, there's not much culture. It often seems like an alien imposition of lavishness, over-the-topness on occasions that don't require it. New Yorkers are culturally diverse. Even on a single street, you can hear several different languages. This multiculturalism is not just at the surface, it's ingrained in NYC's core. It's a place where people don't just live side by side, they integrate and create a new culture of inclusion. Dubai also claims to be a global city, but its multicultural experience feels more like a tourist attraction than the real thing. Want to experience Paris? Visit the replica of the Eiffel Tower in a luxurious shopping complex? In fact, there's an entire street built in the style of Venetian architecture, making culture in Dubai feel like something packaged and ready for consumption. Sort of a second-rate version of Las Vegas. This main contrast here is one of genuine sincerity. The New York's cultural encounters are real, born from years of immigration and assimilation. In Dubai, the experiences often seem contrived or even fake, as the city appears to believe it can create its own culture by copying the best from all over the world. Central Park is New York's green lung, a place where the hustle and bustle of the city give way to open spaces, trees, and tranquility. This wasn't just constructed, it was a deliberate effort to create an oasis in the midst of one of the most populated areas in the world, a space dedicated to nature. Dubai's approach to green space is quite different. In Dubai, one of the most outstanding examples is the Palm Jumeirah, an island constructed in the shape of a palm tree. How original. It is an engineering marvel, however, but it does feel somewhat like an amusement park, and a bit on the nose. Then there's the Miracle Garden, a giant floral display that looks like it belongs in a fairy tale. Well, unless you look closely. As impressive as these spaces are, they are not as integrated into the environment as Central Park. Green spaces like Central Park in New York are part of a larger agenda of environmental responsibility and quality living standards. In stark contrast, Dubai's approach focuses more on spectacle than on environmental sustainability. The vast plantings in the city, though beautiful, raise questions about environmental friendliness, water usage, and the feasibility of maintaining such artificial landscapes in the long run. Now, let's talk about the economy. New York City, home to Wall Street, is the financial center of the world. The economy of NYC is incredibly complex and extensive, with origins stretching back as far as one can imagine. Today, New York has emerged as a center of finance, media, technology, and tourism, among others. This development has occurred over the span of centuries. Wall Street is not just a place where the financial elite operate. It is a center of power, authority, and time-honored traditions in the spheres of economy and finance. Dubai's economy, on the other hand, has grown virtually overnight thanks to oil, and subsequently real estate, tourism, and luxury. The city's development is nothing short of magical, but it can also be misleading. There are issues such as the sustainability of businesses, the treatment of labor, and the stability of the economy, and all those unfinished building projects that just never seem to get off the ground. Looking at New York's experience with its diverse industries, related sectors, and strong economic base, it's clear that the city has adapted to crises and changing global economic conditions. Dubai's economy, however, is more akin to the roll of the dice that defines Las Vegas, a city built on the dream of limitless growth and opulence. However, Dubai's situation is not as stable. A drop in oil prices or a shift in the global economy could lead to its downfall, as we saw after the pandemic when many large projects in Dubai just lost their funding and stopped altogether. This possibility raises concerns about the sustainability of Dubai's economic development. New York City has always been a great melting pot where individuals from around the world come in pursuit of their dreams. This cultural diversity is woven into the social fabric of the city, constantly evolving and changing. In NYC, being a New Yorker doesn't mean being born in New York. It means joining the flow of the city, with all its problems and possibilities. Dubai is also a city of immigrants, but the experience there is quite different. The majority of Dubai's population comprises foreigners who have been attracted by well-paying jobs, a playground where they can flaunt their over-the-top wealth. However, unlike New York, where immigrants are assimilated into urban society, foreigners in Dubai often do not experience this integration. So, while Dubai has developed significantly over the past few years, it isn't as natural or culturally rich as NYC, which has a long and winding history.